Hey everybody, welcome. I'm going to demo our new utility called SequelEyes. And this is a mix of SQL and IIS. This project is pretty simple. There's the IIS builder and SQL SSTT, which is like the testing framework, and then the IIS builder is obviously the IIS builder. We're going to break into the builder directory. And obviously within here, there's the install, the uninstall, but the main one we're going for is the SequelEyes setup script. Now this is going to run, and it will work to first install IIS using the install IIS ASP.NET script. And then once that's complete, it will go through and it'll ask you for SQL if you want to install that as well. And you'll want to hit yes so that you have a front end and a back end here using IIS and SQL. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to pause and skip through this because it does take a little while on a fresh installation. All right, as we can see, it's still pulling through all the prerequisites here, mostly focusing on installing different Windows features that are needed for the IIS side. Pretty basic stuff, mostly just making sure ASP.NET and whatnot are installed, directory browsing, things like that. Yep, so now at this point, it's verifying that IIS is installed and ready to go. And you'll see it's creating the application pool. It's using a default directory of C web shells. Now, if you remember, the original IIS script was meant for web shell testing. And so in this particular case, it's still using that, which is awesome in case you want to test out any kind of web shells and whatnot, just so you can simulate that behavior in a trusted lab environment. And so now in this case, it's already going forth and downloading the SQL package. This is a very large, well, it's a couple gigs, so you'll have to download it, and that'll kick off the installation of that as well in just a second. Okay, and now finally we're getting closer and closer to the end of installing SQL. It literally takes a little while here. I think this has been going for over 5 minutes now. And so yeah, final result is now everything is up and operational. So the idea here now is that once this is built, you can open up your browser to the query.aspx page that it creates for you. This particular page comes with a bunch of canned test SQL queries where you can play with the front end and hit the database and whatnot. It's really cool. And just the sense that you can kind of like play around and learn a little bit about it here. Now, the canned queries are kind of generic. The one that you'll want to go for, right, is the XP command shell. So it'll enable everything you need. You run that, you get your output as expected. The account running this is the MS SQL Server service. And then, yeah, you could do a basic data export test, which basically just dumps things from the database and whatnot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and check out the repo in the project.